Hey guys, it's Josh. So, this week we are starting a new series on thankfulness, and I hope that this is something that can kind of help us to grow in our thankfulness towards God. Today, we're going to look at developing a lifestyle of thankfulness, and then kind of moving forward, we're going to start looking at some stories in the Bible about how people express their thankfulness to God. So, I really hope you'll come along with me on this journey and you'll help to become more thankful in everything that we do. So, if I was to come to you guys and I was to tell you that there is, if I was to offer to you guys something that would make you feel better all the time, would you be interested in that, or would you just kind of blow it off? Would you just kind of say, you know, I like being unhappy. My mom always used to say that there's just some people that like to stick their bottom lip out all the time and just be sad. And there are people out there like that. But for most people, if there was something out there that we could do to be happier, we want that and we want to do that. And even if you're one of the people out there that don't want to be happy, or don't even realize that you're that way, I hope that maybe through this you'll see that you do want that and you do need that. But you see, the Bible actually it doesn't actually just give us ways to do this, but God actually commands us to do this continually to make us feel better, and that's to have this lifestyle of happiness, of thankfulness. David is probably one of the best examples, and he's probably the person that models this the very best in the entire Bible. David wrote so many of the Psalms, and so many of the Psalms point us to God and being thankful to Him for what He's done for us. One of his most well-known Psalms is Psalms 100. And we're going to read the whole thing together, even though we're really just going to look at two of the verses mainly tonight. But in Psalm 100, in verse 1, it says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, He is God. It is He that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture. Enter into His gate with thanksgiving, and unto His courts with praise. Be thankful unto Him, and bless His name. For the Lord is good, His mercy is everlasting, and His truth endureth to all generations." So, and it's really in these last two verses that I really want to focus on tonight, where it says, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before His presence with singing." And take a second, even if you have to stop this and you have to think about it a little bit. But I want you to think through this psalm and read back over it if you have to. And I want you to maybe jot down a couple things that really stand out to you in it. But when you're dealing with trying to develop a lifestyle of thankfulness, the first place that you need to start is knowing why you are thankful. So that's the first point that we're looking at tonight, is that knowing why you are thankful. You see, you need to be intentional about looking for reasons to be thankful. If we're not intentional about it, sometimes we can miss all the things around us that we should be thankful for. And a good place to start with this, and you guys know me, is a list. Just a good old-fashioned list. So start off by thinking about all the good things in your life. If you're having problems trying to come up with some stuff, ask God for help. Message one of us. Ask us for help. And we would love to talk to you and help point you to some things to be thankful for. Then just start listing those things down on a piece of paper, on a note, in your phone. But just start listing those things out. See, James 1:17 says that every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadows of turning. So every one of those good things is a gift from God. Now, we have to ask ourselves, do we think about them that way? A lot of times we look at something that maybe we don't like or we don't appreciate totally as a gift from God. Maybe you don't like the clothes that you have, and you're like, I'm not thankful for those. That couldn't be a gift from God. Those clothes are better than walking around naked everywhere, I promise. And hey, those clothes, they could be a whole lot worse. So be thankful for them. See, by knowing what you have to be thankful for, this helps you to be more thankful day by day. I also think it's a good thing for you to keep that list on hand. That's one reason. That's one push to maybe keep it in your phone, because we have our phones everywhere we go, and make a habit of looking at it every single day. Pull out that list. Look at that list. Look at the things that you have to be thankful for. You see, this type of practice, it's going to give you perspective and help you to live a lifestyle of more thankfulness. You see, there's something else that these verses point us towards once we know what we're thankful for. You see, once we know what we're thankful for, and of all the things that we should be thankful for, you see, our thankfulness will have volume to it. And that's the second point. A lifestyle of thankfulness has volume to it. You see, God doesn't intend for us to be thankful in silence. You know, every time we see a verse that talks about the throne room of God, or it talks about the heaven, it talks about it in a way that expresses noise and activity, and that there is speaking of thankfulness. There is worship out loud. So God doesn't intend for us to be silent in our thankfulness. This doesn't mean that you have to run up and down the halls of school singing Christian songs or singing hymns, although you can. But it means that when you come to God, there should be some passion in your thankfulness. You see, I've given presents to people before, and they have acted like they're doing me a favor just by accepting the gift. And it's frustrating. And it's disheartening. It makes me angry when that happens, when people don't appreciate the gift that you give them. However, on the other side of it, I've given gifts to people before, and they have been unbelievably thankful for them. They have been emotional. They have been just giddy with excitement. They have even just lost it happily. And when I'm around a person like that appreciates the gift that much, and knows that what you've done has been something special for them, specifically, man, it excites me, and it makes it worthwhile. It makes me glad that I did it for them. And if I'm being really honest, it also makes me more likely to do something again. You see, when we approach God in our prayers, or just even in how we live our lives, whether it's in private, whether it's in public, man, we should express thankfulness out loud. You know, it's okay to let the people around you know that you're thankful to God for something He's done for you. When you finally catch a break, when something good happens, man, it's okay to thank God out loud in public. When people ask why something happened, it's okay to let them know that, man, this is a blessing from God. You see, be thankful for all these gifts that God's given us. You know, pull out that list every day and thank Him for one or two things on it. Thank Him for everything on it. And I encourage you to add to that list every day. I hope that before you get done with it, it's so big that you can't even finish, like going through it every day. But add to it every day. But thank Him every single day for something, for everything. But thank Him. You see, your passion is going to be the volume knob on your thankfulness. If there's no passion behind it, you might as well not even be saying it. It's not heard. But if you're passionate and you care deeply about what he's done for you and you're very thankful for it, man, it's going to speak volumes, even if you can't do it out loud. Even if you can't express it out loud in the moment, be thankful. I don't expect you to scream, "Thank you, Lord," in the middle of a test when he's brought something to mind that you thought you had forgot. But as you sit there and you take that test and you just silently say that prayer in your head, "Thank you, God." The passion behind that, man, that's going to tell the story. So you see, once you start cranking up the volume, there's something else that this verse teaches us about a lifestyle of thankfulness. And it's the third and last thing. A lifestyle of thankfulness serves. You see, the more thankful that we are, the more we're going to be driven to make God happy. This comes from a place of him making us so happy that we want to return the favor and express that to him. It goes back to what we talked about earlier about the people receiving gifts. The person who acts like they deserve that act of kindness that you're giving them doesn't make you want to do nice things for them anymore. But a lot of times that's how we treat God. We treat him like when good things happen to us that we deserve that, and he should be thankful that we allow him to do that in our lives. But no, that's not it. You see, the person that expresses great love and appreciation for what you've done makes you want to do more. Makes you want to do more for them. You see, we don't thank God so that he will do more, though. Because a lot of times that defeats the purpose if we go to God in thankfulness with an agenda. But you see, we don't thank God so he'll do more in our lives, but we thank him because he's already done everything. Every good thing that we have, like James said, is a gift from God. It comes from above. You see, you should find a way to serve God as a way to thank you for him for all the things that he's done for you, all the things that you put on that list, all the things that he's done for you and put in your life. You should serve God as an effort to thank him for that. Whether you do that in the church, whether you do that through your daily life, but hopefully it'll be both. It'll be all of the above. And don't just do it for all the things that he's already done for you, but do it for all the things that he hasn't even done yet. Man, serve him. Live for him. Let your passion drive your service for him. When you do that, man, we all win. The world wins. You win. So be thankful in everything and live for him. Serve him. Turn the volume up on your thankfulness. You see, we can all be more thankful. This is not a lifestyle that you're ever going to arrive at the finish line. And you're ever going to be able to sit back and say, done. There's always going to be room to grow. But the people that are the most thankful, the people that are the most happy, they're the ones that everyone wants to be around. They're the ones that people want to connect with the most. They're the ones that people want to be like. Try and be that person. Be thankful. Develop that lifestyle of thankfulness. Live for God and serve him. And I can't wait to tell you guys about the next few stories that we're going to look at of men and women in the Bible that did the same thing, that through rough situations, they found a way to be thankful. So guys, till next week.